And a very good morning. It's Mark here. It is Thursday, January the 23rd, 7:30 Eastern, 12:30 GMT. And welcome to a new day's trading. Not a new day. Asian session is done, well into the European session. And US session about to get started in 30 minutes. Wall Street opening up in about 2 hours. Things looking a little bit different today from the outset. Starting on the US dollar index, we've seen this week a very strong sell-off in the US, we know that. And then yesterday we saw the US try to fight back after testing the strong support at 107.54. And today, an ever so gentle continuation of that fight back and significantly over the 108 level. Of course, we'll wait until the US session opens up. We know how often we've seen recently where there's a turnaround when the US session does get started, but maybe the US will continue this fight back and continue over 108. So we'll stay and watch and see how that works out shortly when the US session is underway. But for now, a little bit of a fight back by the US dollar for sure. Let's have a look at the S&P, which has been very strong. We've seen that in the strong inverse relationship between US and equities, particularly the S&P 500. Look at that, strong S&P, very strong. Yesterday, resistance at 6,131, which is real high, maintaining above that 6,100 level. So far today in pre-market trading, 6,112. So it's maintaining at that 6,100 area. But of course, it's pre-market trading, 2 hours until Wall Street opens. Let's see if the equity market continues its strong run and able to break above the 6,134. Alternatively, maybe the inverse relationship with the US dollar sees strong US dollar today, and that might mean a turnaround in equities. Maybe the market takes a breather, some kind of retracement. We'll watch and see how that works out. Commodities, gold to start with. And there you see US dollar a little bit stronger. We've seen it, and we see a little sell-off in gold. The uptrend certainly still well in place at this stage. But maybe some profit taking, maybe taking a bit of a breather, a little bit of a retracement. Let's see, 2,746. So if we look at the big picture, gold's still very strong. It's not like there's been a turnaround at all. Just maybe some profit taking, and waiting to see which way the US dollar performs once the US session gets underway. But it is, after all these up green candlesticks, up days, higher highs, so far not seeing that today on gold. Let's have a look at oil. Brent sitting at 78.44, a little bit of a fight back. Very gentle, but there you see it after a very, very strong sell-off. We've seen just how strong the sellers have been in total control, selling off Brent from the resistance up here at 81.67 all the way down to support at 77.64. That's a wide range. Yesterday, sellers weren't really able to test this support. They added a little bit to the sell-off, but buyers have, after an initial, let me just blow it up, an initial continuation by the sellers. There you see the wick just above support, 77.73, but so far fighting back, sitting at 78.50. Buyers will want to come up and test that 79 level, and then maybe even onto 80. We'll see if that continues once the US session gets underway. At this point, I'd call it a retracement from this downtrend as opposed to a reversal. Yesterday's high of 78.91 still in place, and that's why buyers will be looking to come up and test that 79 level. Let's see how Bitcoin's performing this morning. continuing with yesterday's sell-off, strong sell-off again today, 101,779. There is our support for now. Sorry, there's the live price for now. Our support at 101,259. Sellers will certainly be looking to test the 100 level, the big round number. That is the support. However, what we have seen, you only have to go back 2 days, how buyers stepped in aggressively at this 100 level and took it all the way back up on that strong day to 107,000. So if sellers are able to continue this, of course, have to be aware of this 100,000 level for that bounce, which we have seen happen 1, 2, 3 days in a row. But at this stage, sellers in control, adding to yesterday's sell-off. Buyers will be looking to come back up to the open of the day. That's 103. Look for 105 on the way up. The ranges are big. We do know that. Let's see how this works out. Have a look here. Have a look how the moving averages after today are turning down as well. Maybe an indication of a real reversal. Good trading, guys. I'll see you at the end of day session.